Nicole's been a bit quiet. Normally I get messages, hey, how you doing? Everything okay? But it's been super quiet the last couple of days, so I can't get hold of her. I get a little bit worried, so I'm going to go to social media and see what's going on there, see if that might give me some answers.
Oh, lovely, lovely! Look at that! Oh, thank you, dolphins!
We decide to replace the words boat work with home improvements. But first, let's give ourselves a glimpse of what lies ahead.
Give me something, something good. I get wasted on the thought of you. Head is spinning, I can't move. Smoky eyes in a groove. No, I can't get you out of my mind. You're still with me all the time. Oh, how long will I have to wait? How long have we been too late? Now I wish that we never met, so that I don't have to try to forget you. Drifting away, I am drifting away. Wasted youth, wasted love. Yeah. Was filled with potential, but I wasted. I am wasted on the thought of you. Don't know how to cut me loose, cut me loose. I can't get you out of my mind. You're still with me all the time. How long will I have to wait? How long have we been too late? Now I wish that we never met, so that I don't have to try to forget you. How long will I have to wait? How long have we been too late? Now I wish that we never met, so
biggest home improvement is going to be installing a holding tank, and this is going to be in 2 parts. So we'll do part 1 this video and we'll do part 2 next video. I'm going to show a bit of breakdown, construction, and an animated tutorial of how we plan to hook up the plumbing. So here we go, part 1, install of a holding tank. Enjoy. Welcome to another episode of What Could Possibly Go Wrong. So one thing we don't have on the boat is a holding tank, and I've ordered one. It's now arrived, and if my measurements are correct, and I've measured it numerous times, should be able to get it in here. Now that means I have to remove these drawers so that the holding tank can go in here. It's not a very big holding tank, it's just for regulations. And my first plan was to take this whole front off so I could get in there, but the top is actually glassed in, so that's not coming out. So I got to plan B. So I've drawn out this square here. I plan to take this whole front out, clear these, get the holding tank in, and then fit this and add a strip to cover the cut. I was going to do it with an angle grinder and a wood cutting blade, but it's not very safe and it's extremely powerful. So I'm going to drill, and I'm going to use a jigsaw to take it out and then straighten the edges as much as I can. So hopefully this works out. If it doesn't, we'll just go to a clip of me chilling at the beach. Otherwise, let's do it. So there's a reason I didn't show any of that, because it's not pretty cutting holes in a boat. So square down, out she comes. So far so good, because it's going to make a lot of banging sounds and sloshing all around, even though it's in there. So we don't want that stuff to be blowing around all over the place. So here we have one support for the bottom. I'll put another one over there. The tank will go here. That is to keep it from moving that away, because that's hull. And then I'll see if I can ratchet strap it and get it all together. Let's do it. My original plan was to just fit this back in exactly how it came out, and then just put some strips to cover the actual ugly jigsaw holes that I made. Then I would still have my inspection hatches so I can open up and have a look and change valves and see what's going on inside there. However, if I did this solution, it would be a very permanent fix, because this would be epoxied or glued on, and there is a chance that some stage that holding tank might have to come out. So if it's sealed in there, I would have to basically break it out. So I built a frame to go around here, and the frame is just drying now. I put some teak varnish, and that will go on with hinges, and it also gives me a little bit more space. I'm hoping to get most of that piping inside. Let's see. Time to see if it fits. Beautiful. Cool. Right, so here we have our current setup. We've got our holding tank, which has just arrived. Nothing's connected, and the discharge from the head goes straight through the hole, which is why we use marina toilets most of the time. Our tank arrived as a complete unit, so all the holes were already pre-cut and threaded, just waiting for installation and connections. The first hole is the inlet, so this comes straight from the head into the tank. The second one is going to be the outlet or the discharge. The tank is also fitted with an inspection port, but I'm never opening that. I don't even know why it's there. The next feature is the pump out feature, so you can pump out your tank at certain facilities. If you have money, you can install an electronic sensor which tells you when you're full of crap. And then we have a breather hose which eliminates any buildup of gas. If we look inside the tank, we can see that our pump out pipe goes all the way down to the bottom of the tank, and the end has been cut at an angle so that it doesn't suck square to the bottom of the tank. There's two ways you can connect a holding tank, and the first way I've seen done before, even on YouTube, but I'm not quite sure how legit it is. The discharge from the head goes into the inlet of the holding tank. Then the discharge of the holding tank goes through the hull, but of course, for this to work properly, we have to install a valve to control the discharge. This does mean, however, that your holding tank is always in use in some way. Now let's have a look at the second option, and will be the option that we will be using. The discharge from the head is fitted with a Y valve. The Y valve gives us the ability to direct the flow whichever direction we want to use. One valve sends to the inlet of the holding tank, and the other valve goes towards the hull discharge. This results in us having two discharge, one from the head and one from the holding tank. So we install another Y valve so we can direct the flow depending on the use. The main discharge then passes through the hull as usual. The setup will look a little something like this. Now you have complete control over whether to use your holding tank or not. Lastly, we have to install a deck filler for your pump out facilities, which means another hole in your deck, and we have to install a breather hose, which means another hole in your hull. Thanks so much. If you made it this far, what legends. Part 2 will carry on next time once all the parts have arrived and we can connect the plumbing and test this guy out. We'll just let you know how it works out. We won't film it. The home improvement projects are getting less and less, so we are getting there. Thanks for watching. See you next time.